Good morning, students. A warm welcome to the biology class. Actually, we are in the chapter Human Health and the Diseases. Synopsis part we are going. Why? Because I want to go into the competitive part and solving some questions related to this chapter. That's why I am going with the synopsis part. The synopsis part already 1 and 2 are being completed. So this is the synopsis part 3, in which we shall start with the lymphoid organs. What are these lymphoid organs? Lymphoid organs are those organs in our body where the lymphocytes are produced. This is called by the name as lymphopoiesis. The production of lymphocytes is called as lymphopoiesis. Actually, here you should know that lymphocytes are of two types called T lymphocytes and the B lymphocytes. So I can tell that the production of the T lymphocytes and the B lymphocytes is called as lymphopoiesis, which will occur in the lymphoid organs. Here you should know that the lymphoid organs are basically being divided into primary lymphoid organs and the secondary lymphoid organs. Already in the regular class, I explained everything. But in a glance, such that we can solve some questions, we are going into this synopsis part. So, primary lymphoid organs and the secondary lymphoid organs. What are these primary lymphoid organs? The organs in our body where the production, maturation of lymphocytes take place is called as primary lymphoid organs. So, this is the production wise. That is called as primary lymphoid organs. So you will have the examples, that is bursa fabricius, which is also called as bone marrow, is one primary lymphoid organ, and the next one it is called as thymus. So where thymus produced ones are called as T lymphocytes, where bone marrow produced ones are called as B lymphocytes. So like that you can talk about these two. Not only that, what is the special of this thymus? It is a large gland which is seen at the heart region of our body, and it will show a peculiar method called as atrophy. What is this atrophy? It is the decrease in the size with the increase in the age. So as our body is, as the age is increasing, the size of the gland gradually decreases. That is called as atrophy. That is the major important one. If you observe the older people, their immunity is weaker because thymus gland stops functioning after the age. As the age is increasing, the gland size decreases and the T lymphocyte production will be gradually decreased and automatically lead to the decrease in the immunity. That's what happens here. Next one, it is the secondary lymphoid organs. This is the place where proliferation will take place. This is the actually called as battleground for pathogens and our immune system. So these are the places. What are the examples you can call here as the secondary lymphoid organ? It is Peyer's patches, malt, gall, spleen, tonsils, lymph nodes, appendix. These all are considered to be the secondary lymphoid organs. Peyer's patches of the small intestine, malt, mucus associated lymphoid tissue, gut associated lymphoid tissue, spleen, tonsils, lymph nodes, appendix, all these are considered to be the secondary lymphoid organ. The very beautiful question can be asked from this one. They will give some set of 8 to 10 lymphoid organs. How many of the following are primary? How many of the following are secondary? Actually, what is the difference between primary and secondary? Like that question can be expected. This is the place where you can expect a neat type of question. That's what is the lymphoid organs. After the lymphoid organs, now we shall talk about the next important diseases. First one called by the name as allergies. It is also called by the name as hypersensitivity. So, what is this allergies? It is the exaggerated immune response for simple antigens. Means our immune system will respond heavily for simple antigens. The simple antigens like dander, dust, ticks and mites of dust, pollen, foods, chemicals, etc. There are varieties. These all are called by the name as allergens. Allergens are those chemicals which will activate our immune system and cause allergies. So now what is the cause of this particular allergy? Allergy is not common for each and every individual. It varies from one person to the other person. If one person is allergic to one chemical, need not be allergic for another chemical. The same person may be allergic for different other. Like that it varies from one person to the other person. You should know that it is non-communicable disease. Means it will not transfer from one individual to the other individual. That's what we should remember. That is this particular allergens. Now the question is, what is the cause for these allergies? That is, the mast cells of our body will secrete some chemicals called as histamines, serotonins, brodykinins, lymphokinins. These all are the chemicals. So these are the chemicals which will cause allergies. Among these all, the most dominating chemical called as histamines. Histamines, which are released by the mast cells. So you should know that the mast cells of our body will respond for a simple antigen and produce histamines, and they will cause allergies. So what are the symptoms of the allergy? It is the redness. Redness will be there, itching will be there, sneezing, coughing, all that particular inflammation. We can call it by the name as inflammation. Inflammation will be caused because of these histamines, and automatically it will cause allergies. You also should know there is an antibody called as IgE, plays a very important role in these allergies. IgE antibody, first one you should remember that, IgE antibody plus eosinophils play a very important role in causing allergies. So mast cells producing histamines, eosinophils of WBC, they will be dominated, and IgE, these all will be higher and help in allergic reactions and all those. So whenever we are suffering with this, at that time, what is the treatment? Antihistamic drugs like cetirizine, very simple one, simple common example, that is the cetirizine. That is antihistamine drug. We can also go with steroid hormone drugs also. hormone drugs or steroids. Examples, it is cortisol. Cortisol is one of the important hormone which can be used as a treatment. It is also anti-inflammatory or anti-allergic, like that we can use it for treatment. So the agents which will cause allergies are called as allergens, and it is caused because of IgE, and we have the different other structures which help in that particular process. And the second important one, it is the autoimmunity. This is the question which was asked in the previous year before, that is in 2018 question paper. If you observe, which of the following is not an autoimmune disease? That's what we should remember here. So autoimmunity, what is this autoimmunity? It is the condition in which our immune system loses the power of memory between self and foreign antigens, and it will start killing our own our own cells, our own immune cells or our own body cells. That is called as autoimmunity. So what is this autoimmunity? It is the condition in which where our immune system loses the power of identification, loses the power of memory, and unable to differentiate between the self and the non-self or the foreign particles, and kills our own body cells. So for that example, myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis, very frequently asked obtained disease, that is the myasthenia gravis, where the muscle cells are treated as foreign, and the muscle cells will die and causes this particular disease. So it will be like a dead body. That's why it is called as the graves. So myasthenia gravis is that particular disease. It is the Hashimoto disease. It is the disease where thyroid gland is treated as foreign, and the thyroid gland cells are being killed away, and automatically thyroid related diseases or hypothyroidism, like that will be causing. It is called as the Hashimoto disease. Next, we have another example. We have another example, that is rheumatoid arthritis. And the next example, vitiligo. Like this, there are various diseases: severe jaundice, severe anemic, like that also condition can be there. So myasthenia gravis, rheumatoid arthritis, vitiligo, where on our skin white patches will be there. That is vitiligo. You can also have an example of psoriasis. Is also an example for autoimmune disease. The most important thing is loss of memory for the immune system. So you should know that this is also not communicable. It cannot be transferred from one individual to the another individual. Non-infectious, non-communicable disease. And the most important one, it is the cancers. Very frequently asked question. Cancers. What specially related with the cancers? Study of cancers is called as oncology. Agents which will cause the cancers are called as carcinogens, oncogens, and the people who treat are called as oncologists, like this. So oncology, carcinogens, oncogens, and oncologists, like that we have the one. Here, what is this cancer? Actually, it is the condition in which our cell loses the power of controlled cell division and divides uncontrollably. Means it will divide repeatedly and produce undifferentiated cells, which will be like a mass of undifferentiated cells, which we can call as tumor. So, what is cancer? It is the property of a cell to lose the power of controlled cell division and repeatedly divides and produces the tumor. Like that, it is the cancers. Next, what are the properties of cancers? Properties of cancerous cells. First one, it is irregular shape. Anaplasia, neoplasia, lack of contact inhibition, having the property of metastasis. Having the property of metastasis, have its own blood supply, like this. So see the first one, irregular in shape. Normally we will have the cell shape either like this or like this, different other shapes. But here the cancerous cell will be having the irregular shapes like this. So loses the property of shape. And anaplasia, it is also called as uncontrolled cell division. It is called anaplasia. Neoplasia, formation of new tissue which is tumorous. It is the neoplasia. Lack of contact inhibition. What is the meaning of contact inhibition? Means the cells will be having tight association with one and the other. But here it loses the property. So whenever the cell loses it, it will get detached from the original tissue. Whenever it gets detached, it can start migrating from that particular place on. That is called metastasis. The most important question is this only, metastasis. The property of cancerous cells to migrate from one place to the other place and cause secondary cancers is called as metastasis. And each cancerous tissue will have its own blood supply. Like that also can be seen. So, now we shall talk about what are the different agents which will cause the cancers. These are called as carcinogens, which can be, first one, physical carcinogens, chemical carcinogens, and the third one is called biological carcinogens. So what are these ones? Physical. The physical ones are those which are ultraviolet radiations, infrared radiations, X-rays, different other ones, which is the physical radiations. Chemical. Simple example, our cigarette smoke. The cigarette smoke will have nearly 50 varieties of carcinogens. That comes under chemical. Polyvinyl chlorides, plastics, ethyl methyl sulfonates, lot of varieties of chemicals which we use in paints or different other food items, and all those are carcinogens. Biological carcinogens. These are the living organisms which will cause the cancer. As example, it can be a virus, it can be a bacteriophage, like this. Various varieties of biological carcinogens will be there. Each biological carcinogen, a virus or any, it will have C-onc genes. These are called as oncogenes. These are called as oncogenes. What are these C-oncogenes? These are cellular oncogenes. Actually, we should know that the cellular oncogenes are in switch off condition. In all living organism, we will have them, but they are in switch off condition. But any carcinogen can proliferate it, activate it, such that it will develop and it will cause this particular cancers. That is called as cellular oncogenes. Like that, it is the oncogens or carcinogens which will cause the cancers. In that, the most important one is oncogenes or oncogenes, which will cause this particular condition of activating them and causes the cancer. Like that, it is the carcinogens. Next one, it is how to diagnose these particular cancers. The most important technique is called as histopathological test. The histopathological test, it is called by the name as biopsy. Means we will take the small tissue of the suspected one, of the suspected tissue, and we will go for analysis and study histopathology. What is the meaning of histology? It is tissues. Pathology, disease causing agent. So what is the cause for this tissue to get altered? That is called as biopsy method. Or we can go with the scanning, where we will use CT scan, MRI scan, like different other scans are being useful. So this is the identification. It's also called as diagnosis. How to diagnose means by biopsy method or by scanning, by using X-rays. You can go with the X-rays also, CT scan also, MRI scan also. Like this we can go. Not only that, then how to treat these particular diseases. How to treat? The treatment is by chemotherapy, radiation therapy, surgery. Like this, various methods are being there to treat these particular diseases. Chemotherapy means there we can go with various drugs which we commonly call as anti-cancerous drugs. So what are the examples for this anti-cancerous drugs? That is vincristine and vinblastine. These are called as anti-cancerous drugs, which are obtained from Vinca rosea, a weed, a plant. From that particular one, vincristine and vinblastine chemicals are being extracted and which is used for chemotherapy. Radiation therapy. So here we can use some X-rays to bombard on the cancer cell, and they are bombarded up to lethally. What is the meaning of lethal? Means death. It is the condition, radiations are being bombarded until the cancerous cells will die. That is called radiation therapy. Next one, it is called surgery. So surgery for a tumor which is being present outside, externally, and all those can be surgically removed away. Like that also we can go with this treatment. So cancer, which of the following are statements are correct for cancers, wrong for cancers, metastasis? Like that the question can be asked. So now we shall go with the drug and alcohol abuse. So first we shall talk about alcohol. Normally whenever we take any alcoholic drink, that alcohol will be going into the stomach region and directly being absorbed into the blood. So now the alcohol is in the blood. This alcohol in the blood will direct. So we shall talk about drug and alcohol abuse. So whenever we are talking about the alcohol, it is obtained by the anaerobic fermentation by the Saccharomyces cerevisiae and which is commonly called as brewer's yeast, and that is producing the alcohol. So whenever we consume the alcohol, it is absorbed maximally in the stomach region into the blood. So maximum alcohol is absorbed into the blood through stomach, coming into the blood. From the blood, it will go to the very important organ called as the liver, where it will show a method called detoxification. So whenever detoxification takes place, this alcohol will be converted into CO2 plus H2O by alcohol dehydrogenase, an enzyme called as alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme. So whenever alcohol dehydrogenase is there, the alcohol will be suppressed and it will detoxify into CO2 and H2O. That water will be coming out through the urine. CO2, it is through the respiratory system. It is detoxified. But whenever large amount of alcohols are being consumed, this particular alcohol will get converted into fats. And these fats will get accumulated around the liver and shows liver cirrhosis. The liver cells will get damaged and the liver will get spoiled and it will be enlarged and it will not work properly, and that is called as fatty liver syndrome. It is also called as liver cirrhosis. That's what happens. So normally elders will be telling that alcohol is consumed means liver will get damaged. That's what happens here. That is the liver cirrhosis, or we can also call it by the other name as fatty liver syndrome. Like that also can be seen. But you also should know that the organ in our body which have the power of regeneration is liver. First organ to have the high power of regeneration is skin. After that, the next place goes to the liver. Liver can regenerate in our body. Means if 50% of the liver is got already damaged, it can be activated. It can be regenerated. That's the meaning here. So, alcoholic dehydrogenase enzyme is present only in the liver, which detoxifies the alcohol into CO2 and H2O. Like that also can be seen. But sometimes, if that particular alcohol is consumed by pregnant women, automatically the baby who is being born, the baby will be suffering with fatty liver syndrome also. Like that also can be seen. Now we shall talk about the drugs, the topic drugs. Drugs are those chemicals which will alter the physical nature of our body, physiological nature of the body, psychological behavior, or which alters any of this is called as a drug. Generally, these drugs are being useful to treat the person. But we are talking about drug abuse. Abuse means misuse. Normally, the drugs can be divided into the first one called opioids. Second one, it is cannabinoids. And the third variety called coca compounds. So in our syllabus we have three varieties of drugs: opioids, cannabinoids and the coca compounds. First one, opioids, is extracted from the plant called opium poppy. Cannabinoids, it is cannabis sativa. Coca compounds, it is erythroxylum coca. So these are the plant origin. These are the chemicals which are of plant origin. Actually, you should know that it is attacking our central nervous system and the gastrointestinal tract. And here, cannabinoids, these will be activating the central nervous system, acting on the central nervous system, and this also works on stimulating the neurons, activating the neurons. Like that, we can talk about 3 varieties. So, example for the opioids, it is morphine. Here you have smack. It is diacetyl morphine. It is the diacetyl morphine. Very, very important question. What is smack? It is the diacetyl morphine. So, these particular compounds are being useful as depressants, analgesics. Depressants means whenever a person is psychologically very active, hyperactive, he can be brought to the normal by these particular chemicals. Like that, it is the opioids. Whenever we talk about the cannabinoids, we have hashish, ganja, bhang, all these particular ones. Actually, it is the cannabis sativa, which is the nickname called by the name as hemp plant. It is the hemp plant. From this it is extracted, and here you should know that they are exclusive hallucinogens. Hallucinogens are those which are being given for daydreaming, exaggerated, all that particular conditions can be seen in these particular cannabinoids. Next one, it is the coca compounds. It is cocaine, coke, crack. These are the nicknames for these particular coca compounds. So, coca compounds, it is extracted from the plant called Erythroxylum coca. It will stimulate the neurons. So, these are called by the name as stimulants. They will activate our body. That's why it is the cocaine, coke and the crack. They will get addicted very fastly, and these are very, very potent drugs. Actually, these drugs are being given to the patients to treat various diseases, but here what will happen means these are being utilized for the process of misuse. They are being misused. Like that, it is the process. So, not only this, whenever the drugs are being misused, we have the condition done by sports person also. So, to increase the performance of an athlete, the drugs are being misused. Means the drugs are being taken in overdose. These are called as anabolic steroid drugs. So, whenever they are being taken by a female sports person, there are some side effects. What will be the side effects? That is, masculine body, the feminine body structure will get altered, and they will get male-like voice, male-like body. Not only that, their clitoris of the female reproductive system gets enlarged, ovaries will decrease, irregular menstrual cycles. Next, psychologically depressed. All those particular conditions can be seen. Aggressive nature can be seen. But whenever we are talking about the males, the testicle size may be decreased. They may lead to impotency, or they may lead to infertility where they cannot reproduce properly. Quality of the semen or the sperms, all that can be decreased. Whenever it is overtaken, the drug is being taken means they will suffer with these particular means they will become lethargic or impotency and infertility, and all those particular problems will be seen. Not only that, we have some words called as addiction and dependence. So, what are these particular words? Whenever any chemical or a drug is suddenly being stopped, abruptly stopped. The person if shows withdrawal syndrome, then we can call it by the name as this addiction or dependence. So what will happen here? Until that product is being given to that particular person, he will show anxiety, he will show sweating, he will show fatigue, he will show abnormal psychic behavior. This is actually being seen in the adolescence stage. That is the age from 12 to 18. We will call it by the name as adolescence, where we will also nickname as teenagers, teens. During this age, if this particular person is being addicted, depressed, we cannot able to rectify them. Why? Because they will go for the dependence and addiction and all those particular. So we have different what you call as anti-depression centers or what you call as treatment centers, rehabilitation centers, and all those are also been available. So once have a reading of this particular topic and we shall start solving some questions related to this one. That's why I just gave the synopsis, just gave a glance, which is the repetition for the previous topics. Thank you.